Samsung's next Unpacked event is scheduled to happen on 10th of July 2024, which isn't that far away if you think about it. Now this is where we're gonna see the Galaxy Watch 7 lineup this year. And it's a different lineup though, because it does have 3 Galaxy Watches instead of 2. Galaxy Watch 7, Galaxy Watch 7 Classic, and then there is gonna be the Galaxy Watch 7 Pro / Watch 7 Ultra. It could be named either way, but I'm leaning towards the Ultra name because it will look totally different from the last Pro we had. If you don't know, Samsung has kind of teased already that there is premium new Galaxy Watches coming, and also mentions that the introduction of new form factors like Galaxy Ring, which is also going to be a very interesting product, but not so much as the Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra to me, because this is going to be Samsung's first rectangular watch in years with the Ultra model, and it will look like this. Now the leaks are coming from a very reliable source, so no trust issues, and it shows that it does have a circular dial just like every other Galaxy watches, and yet it is still a squarish watch, which is a very interesting take on a new Galaxy Watch design, because usually Apple watches are squarish, while the Galaxy watches has been rounded since forever, not taking the fitness bands into account. But this is probably the first one, and it's also kind of in between, and this will also allow the watch to have much more space inside for the battery. Also, it kind of looks weird, at least in these renders, in both good and bad ways. I'm not complaining totally, but I'm not saying it's a beautiful design either, at least as of yet, because the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro looked amazing to me. So it will need to grow on me slowly. Now, one reason I can think of why Samsung did this kind of weird design like rounded dial on this square watch is because of the operating system. WearOS actually works really well on these kind of circular watches, and this is one way where Samsung can make you happy with a square watch if you care, yet they will have to work less on the UI side of things for the watch because it's still gonna have the rotating bezel if you're thinking about that. And what do you think about the design? Tell me in the comments. Now there are 2 buttons and a rotating crown it seems at the sides. Now we know what the crown is gonna do, if it's actually a crown, but what about the 2 other buttons? Or if the crown also works as a button, then what about these 3 buttons? I think there is one explanation that one button any one of them could work as an action button, like that on the Apple Watch Ultra, which is actually great. If it is customizable, then it's gonna be great. At the back, it does show a lot of health sensors, including a temperature sensor like the Watch 5 Pro. The display measurement, if you don't know, is actually 1.5 inches in diameter, the same as the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, and it is said to measure like this, which is actually slightly more larger than the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, and mostly because of the squarish design. Now at the side you can see there is a big speaker grill, so it may have a much better speaker than the last models, and the band design seems a little bit different, but we can't really confirm it as of yet, because renders and the real life things can change how it will work, the mechanism. But I don't think Samsung will move away from what they are currently offering. The battery though, however, is gonna be upgraded. 578 mAh battery, up from 573 on the Watch 5 Pro. Now I'm talking about the rated battery capacity here, not the typical one. The typical one on the Watch 5 Pro was 590, so maybe Samsung will claim something like 600 mAh or so. Now on top of that, the chip is going to be an upgrade, at least in the naming department, because it will be called not Exynos W940 as per the past reports, but rather it will be called Exynos W1000. Now, it's a 3nm chipset, which is a big upgrade from the 5nm Exynos inside the last models, so it will be a lot more efficient. How much? Well, some reports suggest that Galaxy Watch 7 series will be about 30% more faster while still being 50% more efficient compared to the last gen Galaxy Watch models. But do you know that the Galaxy Watch FE model is coming too? Which is gonna be a revised Galaxy Watch 4 with a new chipset inside. Similar idea to the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. I think it's a great idea. And both of these watches, the Ultra and the Fan Edition model, been spotted online on FCC's website, so they definitely are coming. But unlike the Galaxy Watch FE model, the Ultra will actually have a 32GB of internal storage space. Is that really helpful for you or me? Not that much, because what you can store inside a watch? But it's still a big welcome upgrade, not complaining at all. And recently, a Samsung press release says, even though it doesn't mention the Galaxy Watch 7 specifically, but it does mention that a blood glucose monitoring system coming to Galaxy devices, and maybe coming to the Galaxy Watch 7 Classic or Watch 7 Ultra. But at least this is coming. But what about the pricing? Now, I don't expect the pricing to change all that much with the Galaxy Watch 7 series because they're going to be a very minor upgrade over the last models for both the Galaxy Watch 7 Standard and the Galaxy Watch 7 Classic, except the Watch Ultra. The Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra, though, could start at $540 or more, it could be. But these are the speculative prices of the Galaxy Watch 7 models. Once I get to know anything about them, I will let you guys know. Let me know about your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website, a link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.